In this lesson, we will be covering IP addressing. In particular, we will be covering IPv4 address structure and allocation. IP stands for Internet Protocol, and version 4 is the version of the protocol that is widely deployed on the Internet to date. Each IP address is a 32-bit number, and that 32-bit number is formatted in what is called dotted quad notation. For example, the IP address for www.cc.gatech.edu is 130.207.7.36. Now this is just a convenient way of writing a 32-bit number. So 130 represents 8 bits, and 207 is another 8-bit number. 7 is another 8-bit number, as is 36. This structure allows for 2 to the 32, or about 4 billion, internet addresses. Now that sounds like a lot of addresses. As it turns out, it's actually not enough, and we're running out of IP addresses, as I'll discuss in a later lesson. But even if we only had to deal with 2 to the 32 internet addresses, that's still a lot. Think of if you have to store every single IP address as an entry in a table. Very quickly that becomes an extremely large table, where lookups can be slow, and the memory required to store such a large table might be expensive. So what we need is a more concise way of representing groups of IP addresses. There are different ways to group IP addresses, and we'll look at the prevailing method in the next part of the lesson. But first, let's look at how this was done before 1994.